All right. Are we ready to do this?
Do we remember how to do this?
No.
No.
Are we recording?
Yeah, we are.
Okay, good. I'm putting on my lip balm.
Hi, Allie.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Shannon. Shannon, how are you?
I am in a state because I'm literally not in my home state, which is a whole other side quest.
This is already off the rails.
A state of a state.
Another time, another thing. But the point I'm trying to make is I'm not at home right now because I'm on a long work trip, which is why this episode is extremely overdue. And I just need to tell you guys how much I miss this, and I miss hockey. I just miss every little bit of hockey.
It was only gone for a little bit. And
yes, but
was it though?
Not really.
It feels long for me because I haven't been able to pay attention. The last thing I got to pay attention to was the game right before the finale Four Nation game. And that was a good time. I had a good time. The Four Nations rocked. I just told the producer I'm rooting for the Devils players, that basically any team besides Canada, I'll be happy. And so I'm obviously not happy about the winner.
Yeah, no, didn't work out for you, huh?
I was like, long as it's either, who was it? Holla, Bratt, or Hughes, happy. So we're going to try again next, how many years from now? When's, did they say 2028? 2029. I can't remember.
I think 28.
Okay. And the next 4 years. 2 years?
What are we talking about?
When's
next time they're doing this?
Next time they're doing
We've
this.
got the Olympics next.
Yeah. So that's the next thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what, though? I'm going to abandon y'all during the Olympics. I apologize.
What do you mean?
You can't do that.
Girl, that's prime figure skating time.
Oh, okay. I
mean, yeah.
Okay, that's okay. That's totally different. The amount that we have watched Olympic figure skating together, and when you say, I'm not going to be there for the Olympics, I'm like, what do you mean?
Like, what happened? Yeah.
Okay, I feel a lot better. You just meant hockey specific.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I'll watch the hockey games that don't interfere with the figure skating events.
Fair enough.
But I do fully morph into my alternate identity during the Winter Olympics.
Understandable.
Up at 2 a.m. watching Nathan Chen. I'm so glad they're in Italy this year, so the time difference won't be as bad.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
I will never, ever, ever forget Nathan Chen's outfit that looked like a textbook cover. I'll never let it go.
Girl, I had to watch that in person. I went to the Stars on Ice tour and I watched this man do a backflip in front of me in his like red galaxy print book sock shirt. It was
there it is.
That's what it was called.
Isn't it? It's something.
It is a book sock for sure. Yeah.
It really is.
Wow.
Shannon, let me know if you can hear the cough drop clicking between my teeth. I'm trying not to move it too much.
Oh, man.
I will let you know.
So far, so good.
Just some cold and flu ASMR for you. Anyway, that's a good enough transition as any.
I think it is. Yeah.
That's why this is Hot Girls Hockey. Born in Jersey, our weekly opinions on the Devils. Because there's no facts here because we analyze by vibes. So let's get back into this. I'm excited. I'm excited to get back into the groove. I don't know if our team's back in a groove. We're going to get to that. But, Allie, can you set us up? What is our red carpet report of this week?
I have something to confess to you guys.
Okay.
Okay.
You know, my heart just isn't in it this week.
You have been like sick. I don't even know
since it's March and I've been sick since January.
Yeah, that'll do it to you.
Oh.
And you know, like I'm scrolling through these photos of the boys. And they've got some outfits on, but you know, I'm just feeling a little like I need a pick me up. I need some silly shit.
Yeah.
I need some bright colors. I need something sparkly. I need something stupid. I need something.
We need spring.
I don't know. I need spring.
We need
It's all
spring.
very gray.
And the Easter colors, because I'm scrolling through these and they're in their winter blues still.
You know, I was hoping that, you know, the Devils are about to play the Stars probably in like 10 minutes. Great recording schedule that we have here. And I was like, maybe I'll get some fresh photos there. And they posted all these black and white photos.
Oh, man.
Really bumming me out. So Dougie Hamilton tried bringing me a little pick-me-up. I mean, he's got this gray and black outfit on. But if you look at the socks...
he's got fun socks.
It looks like he's got like pizza
I think they are pizzas. Yeah.
I was going to say pumpkins, but I can't see. I like pizzas better.
Either way, I like it.
Yeah. Whatever these are, you know, I like it.
Cute.
I didn't include this photo, but Luke Hughes brought back the shiny wrapping paper purple plaid pants recently.
Oh man,
those are special pants.
They're hideous, but I love them.
But at least it's interesting. You know?
It's interesting. That brought a little joy to my heart. Yeah, I don't know. Nate Bastian's got this gray suit on. It looks decent.
I was going to say he's doing a lot better than previous weeks. I'm happy to see him put together.
I think I want Nate Bastian to grow his hair out.
It's been buzzed for a very long time, hasn't it?
I just wonder what it would look like. Why is he attached to this buzz cut?
I don't know.
That's such a fascinating question.
Ease,
all right, I'm going to do some
perhaps?
photoshopping.
Yeah. Maybe he just doesn't want to look too much like Dawson Mercer, but let it grow. I want to see.
Yeah.
What else we got here? You know, Nico Hischier wore a beautiful double-breasted suit twice. I think both were Stars games too. You know, normally this would bring joy to my heart, but I don't even have it in me. His pants are too short.
Yeah, a little.
I don't know if he grew between this season and last season. That'd be weird.
Something's different.
His pants are just a little too short, and he's still
put
wearing
them in the wash.
Yeah, and he's still wearing those fuck ass sneakers. No tie. I don't know.
Yeah, I noticed the no tie was a little odd.
It just feels a little.
He's a little casual.
Yeah.
Timo probably had a good outfit on, but they didn't show it.
I was going to say his expression is even meh.
And you know what I realized too? While I'm feeling the blues going through these photos.
What?
You know what I'm missing?
Who?
Jonas Siegenthaler.
Yeah.
I do want to talk about him later.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
I've been missing him.
The best approximation we had is this this black suit that it's a 3-piece suit, double-breasted coat that Paul Cotter is wearing.
I like it a lot.
It's very similar to the outfit Nico Hischier has on, but it's better fitted. And the shoes, he has proper
they're nicer
loafers.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. I don't know. I think this is best of the week. I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Paul Cotter dresses nice. I like his outfits.
Yeah.
I miss seeing him here.
It's been a little bit since I put him on this list.
It has been.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to have him back.
Yeah.
I was trying to think, you know, who can I give room for most improvement?
Oh.
There's a photo of Jesper Bratt on this list.
Really?
What?
Listen, he looks...
I don't agree with that.
It's not a bad outfit. But see, Jesper Bratt is like me.
I know what you're going to say.
He's blonde. He has light eyes. He has this eyebrows that are the same color as his skin. I get it, brother. We've got a similar color palette.
Same. That's why I dyed these the other day.
Yeah. Yeah, I dyed my eyebrows too. The thing is that people with our complexion and our face shape, when you put a beanie on and you completely hide your hair, you look like
one like that. Yeah.
You look like a Q-tip. And it's why I don't wear fitted hats, fitted beanies when my hair is up. I look like a Q-tip.
Oh, I do agree. I don't like the hat, but everything else is great. The rest of the outfit's great.
He's got a great outfit on. It's a great suit. I don't want to call Jesper Bratt Q-tip, but when I'm feeling sad and I see the little Q-tip hat,
yeah,
it gives me the blues a little bit.
I do kind of see what you're saying, but I don't like it.
Yeah, if he takes the hat off, it's a wonderful outfit. There's nothing wrong with the outfit. It could just be improved by taking off the hat. I'm sorry, Jesper Bratt.
So he has to let his ears freeze to look good. I see how it is.
They're in Texas. You're in Texas. How many degrees is it in Texas right now, Shannon?
That cold.
I did wear a hat today, but that was for other reasons. So
you wanted to look like a Q-tip?
No.
Whoa.
I think I look good in my fitted hats. Thank you.
You don't. You're not a Q-tip. No.
Yeah, no. You have dark hair and eyebrows and eyes.
It's because I wear headphones for 14 hours a day, and it's a buffer for the ear that's very, very helpful.
Sarah and I have this Scandinavian Q-tip blood.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can't escape it.
You can. It's just,
You gotta dye your eyebrows.
You gotta use Just for Men on your eyebrows. It's
That's
fine.
what I used to.
Oh man.
Eyebrow hacks here. You can get them here on Hot Girls Hockey.
Jesper, if you're listening, go to the hair care and facial care aisle in your local drugstore. Pick up a brown box of Just for Men.
Oh my God.
Put it on your eyebrows. It'll revolutionize your life.
Yeah.
So that's my lackluster red carpet report for you.
Well, you can also check these out, all these looks that we mentioned here on our TikTok and all our socials. We'll post them on something called the Red Carpet Report, episode 43. So let's move into our weekly update. Sarah, what's going on? Because I actually have no idea.
It's been a while. So some things have happened, but also some things haven't happened. We're still in third in the Metro.
Okay.
Where we've been chilling for a long time. However, that margin that we had kind of built for ourselves at the beginning of the season, decreasing every single game, unfortunately. So we're currently sitting at 72 points with 33 wins, 23 losses, 6 overtime losses. But the Blue Jackets are only 4 points behind us.
I don't like that.
I don't like that at all.
Too close.
And you know who is right behind that?
Let me guess. Is it the Rangers?
Yeah.
Stop.
Technically, it's actually the Red Wings who have the second wild card spot. They have the same amount of points as the Rangers.
Okay.
But
more wins.
No, actually, but their points percentage is higher.
Oh, okay.
But I don't like that. I don't like that. It's a little too close for my liking.
The one potentially good thing about it is that we could get our Devils Rangers playoff round.
I did think about that. I did think about that.
That is a good point. I meant more it could potentially flip-flop and we might not get the wild card spot.
Not good.
I'm going to choose to be hopeful for this very brief moment, and then I'm going to go back to the doom and gloom when I realize that Jack is having surgery in Colorado probably right now.
No, they flew him back to New Jersey.
Oh,
He's
really?
not in Colorado, so
right.
maybe
it's not as bad. Maybe.
It was that bad. I saw the hit, but I didn't know it was that bad.
Yeah, we don't really know, to be honest. It's all rumors. They're never going to tell us.
He could be on a plane to Colorado right now for all we know.
Yep. So anyway, other things that have happened while we've been gone. Nico's back. Yeah.
Nico's back.
Yay.
Thank God.
Smiley face. Siegenthaler was placed on injured reserve.
Hate that.
Bad face. Markstrom came back. Big smiley face. Siegenthaler was placed on long-term injury reverse. Big sad face. Long reverse, injury. But whatever.
Yeah, I was going to say reverse.
Doesn't matter. I don't care anymore.
It's reverse. It's reverse of where he's supposed to be.
Exactly. Yeah. It's fine. And then Jack obviously got hurt. We don't know the extent of that injury, so it's not in here yet, but that happened. Then today, the Devils made a Nepo baby trade for some reason. Yeah, there was a 3-way trade between Boston, New Jersey, and the Edmonton Oilers, and that gave Trent Frederick from Boston basically to the Oilers. We ended up getting Shane LaChance from Boston, who is the head of New Jersey Devils Scouting's son.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
So, yep. We're also retaining 50% of the salary on Trent Frederick. So cool. Why did we do this anyway?
Hopefully he's good. I guess we'll see.
We don't get him, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, never mind.
We're paying 50% of a guy who is not playing for us anyway.
Yeah, we get Shane, who I'm sure will head straight to Utica.
Yep.
No offense to Shane. I don't know him.
No.
But.
Yeah. And I've heard he's very good. He's the captain of the team at Boston, but
okay, but
does that help our situation right now? Not really.
No.
Will we be great in 5 years? Probably.
Yeah.
Right now. Anyway, yeah. Elsewhere around the NHL, obviously the Four Nations face-off happened. Like we talked about. Congrats, Canada.
Oh, Canada.
I don't know any words after that.
Oh, I know all of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I know literally every single word.
How patriotic of you.
My sister had like a fascination with it when she was a kid, and I don't know. She learned all the words, so I learned all the words, and now I know it. It is what it is.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I feel like most kids get like an obsession with a certain country. Canada is just an interesting one to pick.
Yep, that's what she did. I don't know why.
Mine was Italy.
I'm still deeply thinking about what mine was.
I feel like mine was probably when I went through that like
British phase.
The British phase. Yeah. Other things that happened. The Stadium Series happened. The NHL barely advertised it.
Yeah.
I think Detroit won. I didn't pay attention.
What?
Yeah, I noticed that because I was like,
what were the outfits?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like I didn't even hear about who won, genuinely. I think that's what happened. I'm not sure. I didn't look it up.
In terms of outfits, though, just to answer your question, Shannon, the Blue Jackets wore outfits to honor Johnny Gaudreau. So they wore clothing that like he liked to wear. So that was very cute. That was very sweet.
I like that.
Very sweet.
Yeah.
Love that.
And most important thing that happened while we were away, I think, is that Ilya Sorokin was credited with a goalie goal after Steven Stamkos scored on his own empty net.
That's hilarious.
Love that. And he was quoted saying afterward, I knew I would do it before Igor. He did. So.
I hope everybody does it before Igor.
Yeah.
Stop.
I think Shesterkin is entering his villain arc. Like
he should at this point.
I think all the goalies are. Did you see Vitek Vanacek was taking a swing on who was it? Brady Tkachuk?
No.
Oh, I would also, but like
I love that. Yeah.
The goalies are getting spicy this year.
I like this spicy goalies.
Yeah.
Spicy goalies. Well, since the goalies are getting spicy, that means everything's on fire. So that also means we're on fire because we're hot, and you're on fire because you're hot. And if you want to show off your fire, then you should come to an upcoming Devils game, or frankly, any event that is an excuse to go out on the town and use our discount code Hot Girls Hockey for $20 off your first SeatGeek purchase. And just be on fire with us because we fucking rock. So we'll see you there.
Is this inspired by the fires, Shannon?
Yes. There was
fires
a lot of things
allowed you to be here
that are happening. Yes.
Everyone's safe, right? That's crazy.
Everyone is safe. So let's get into our first catch up. We're just going to do some housekeeping since the Four Nations and run through all of these games.
Yep.
Yeah.
I watched the highlights of these because I didn't get to watch any of them live. And I think we're struggling because everything is like lose, win, lose, win, lose, win.
Yes. They have not been able to win 2 in a row in a long time.
We're back on the roller coaster.
Yep.
Do you guys know what my favorite game is every year?
I do.
If it's not Who's That Devil, I don't know.
Oh, yes, that is my favorite game. But I meant my favorite Devils game. It's whatever like Stars game gets played at the Rock. I love those games. They never
that's
go
right.
well. Last year was a 6-3 loss. And I got to watch that from like second row.
Classic.
Whew.
And, I love these games. I've always loved when the Stars come to town because if I'm not watching the Devils, I really do like watching Dallas. And it's also like the one game of the year that I get like really excited for. And I'm like, I'm going to get all dressed up and I'm going to have a drink. I invited a bunch of our friends to this game. We all
that's right.
tickets.
That was this one.
Yeah. And I was like,
Man.
this will be really fun. And, I got myself a little drink. We were all going out. We had we went to Reds beforehand. We ate some food. We were having a good old time.
I wasn't even there.
Yeah.
We both weren't there.
Nope.
Sorry. I know. I brought I was like, Shannon and Sarah aren't here. And I was like, you know what, though? You know who's going to be here? What I'm so excited for makes this game even more special for me. It's the valiant return of Brendan Smith. I was so excited to cheer for him. They were going to put a tribute for him on the Jumbotron. And what does Dallas do to me? They scratch him.
Isn't he the captain?
No.
Brendan Smith?
Why did I think he was captain? Is he an alternate captain?
At some point.
Okay.
I don't know if he
might
still is.
But
He was an alternate at some point.
I just had this conception that he was the captain of the Dallas Stars, and I just didn't even question it. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
Can you imagine Brendan Smith? No offense, Brendan, but
yeah,
you just show up to a team out of the blue. No, it is of all people, Jamie Benn.
Is he an alternate anymore? I can't even find it.
I feel like if you're scratched, you can't be an alternate.
You can't be.
Right.
There's no way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't say it anywhere. I don't know.
Maybe when he plays sometime.
Fascinating.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
In any case, they scratched Brendan Smith because they hate me.
Yeah.
And
It's devastating.
Then they played the way they always play when Dallas comes to town.
Yeah.
And I felt like, as the game was going, I started off with a little bit of hope. And then as the game started going downhill, I kept like turning to my friends and like apologizing. I felt like I had invited them into my home and it was dirty,
Yeah.
It's like, don't mind the mess. I swear it's not normally like this.
It's not exactly.
you got 2 Jack Hughes goals in there.
Yeah.
I got some exciting text updates from the producer.
Yeah. He was having a great time. He got his free BMW sweater or scarf.
It was a scarf. It was a free BMW scarf. I didn't even know you can get that.
Yeah.
I'm going to sign up and try to get one.
That's the first game in person that they've lost.
That's the first game. He even said that to me. He showed up and he was wearing his sweater and he's like, Allie, I'm really nervous. Like this sweater is lucky. I've worn this to every Devils game and they've always won. And he's like, I can't break the winning streak now.
Wow.
He'll never wear it to a game again.
He's never going to wear it again now.
He needs a new sweater. So, honestly, after they scratched Brendan Smith,
just like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Exactly. This game was not great. It looked like we were just kind of hanging on. We're surviving. We're not thriving.
But like you said, though, Allie, like at the beginning, it didn't seem like it was that bad. Like there was nothing, like they had more shots. Like there was no real reason to think like this is going to be like an absolutely nothing game, but it kind of ended up being a nothing game.
Yeah.
I expected them to come out like really like hot off the break, because you just got back from the beach. You're feeling good. You're ready to like put on a performance at home.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's like you said, like they held on until Dallas scored. And as soon as Dallas scored, I really felt they started giving them the runaround, which is what Dallas does to the Devils.
Yeah.
Jack was the only one that was able to somehow squeak in a couple of them for them, but
yeah, I think Jack is just fast enough that he can, and I mean, Dallas is so fast, but he's like fast enough that he can sneak by. And of course he had to do it in the third period and give me a little bit of hope.
Right.
You know, almost ties it up and then Dallas scores again.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh.
Gets their good old empty net.
We're so close. Well, the next game, I had no doubt.
Well, I mean, you never know with the Devils, though. That's the thing.
That's true.
When you put them up against a team that everyone says sucks, that's when the Devils find a way to lose every time.
But this one I knew because unlike the producer in his lucky sweater, my dad attended this game. He flew to Tennessee to watch this game with his buddy.
Aww.
And I felt bad because he flew here to watch the game with us at the Rock against Nashville because it was his team.
That was
an embarrassing loss.
What was the final score on that one? 5-1, 6-1?
It might have been 5-1. And this is very similar.
This is not better.
And so it was like, I was happy for us, but I felt really bad for my dad's friend, which eventually he really wants to come on. We got to interview. I was going to do it when they were down there, but I was too busy working to do like a phone call with them. But yeah, man, what the, like, I'm so curious. Like what hex got put on Nashville, guys?
I don't know. They came out strong at the start of the season.
And then all of a sudden,
everybody thought they were going to be a powerhouse with the trades that they had in the off season.
Right. I had no doubt. I was like Stanley Cup contender.
Yeah.
Easy.
I predicted before everything started that they would win this year.
You're what happened, Sarah.
I must be what happened. I don't know. Maybe I've just got some negative touch that I just killed them.
Predict that the Rangers are going to win every year from now on.
Okay. That's going to be hard to come out of my mouth.
I was going to say
we can get there.
I like this first note that you have, Sarah.
Yeah. I don't even remember why, but the lines were in the blender for this game. It was after Siegenthaler got hurt, so maybe that's why they swapped out Nemitz. Seamus Casey was there, so I was happy. So blender lines, but Seamus Casey is here.
I feel like that is a good time to use blender lines because Seamus Casey is one of those people who's kind of versatile.
Yeah, absolutely.
I agree. We'll get into this, or I can get into it a little
now.
Let's get into it now.
There's just like something like Siegenthaler has left a large hole in the team, in the defense. And it's really hard like watching Jake Allen because he's doing his darndest out there. Like I think he's been doing well and things have been getting by in a manner that it just like, I'm like, there's no defense. I say it in the next game, but the defense is not defensing.
It's hard when you have your best defenseman and your best goalie out at the same time.
Yes. It sucks. It's very unfortunate.
It's not ideal.
No.
And Nico was still out at this point. So you really have some of the key elements of the team missing. And those elements that make the rest of the team better.
Yeah.
Yes. It's one thing to be a good player. Because Timo and Jack are excellent players. But you have people like when Nico and Jesper Bratt are out there, and I think Siegenthaler is similar for the defense, other people seem to play better when they're around.
Yes.
There's something about their presence that just, I don't know if it's a comfort thing or it's just they're good at boosting morale. There's something that connects them when they are actually on the ice.
Yes. And it terrifies me because one player doesn't make or break the team, but the Devils, ever since the first little bit of shuffling, I'm like, okay, I guess we only work with these exact magic lines, and that's not strong enough. We need to do a little better.
Not ideal.
So I'm a little scared. Just a thought for the future and our potential playoff run.
Yeah. No. Yeah. It's not ideal.
We're but close, but whatever it is that we have to get over, we need to get over it now.
Yeah, that's true. You need the consistency through all the lines. So you can't just have like a good top six. You have to have a bottom six that can compensate because if you get to playoffs, you're going to get tired. You have to, you have to have multiple different functional systems.
Yep. I guess my fear is the team chemistry needs to be strong throughout, no matter who is in and who is out.
And the coaching staff must believe in this combination of players because they didn't really make any trade deadline.
No. Trade deadline is on Friday.
Yeah.
And we've had that one silly trade. That's it.
Wow.
And there hasn't been any real rumors. You never know what's going to happen.
That's
but
true.
I'm pretty willing to go out on a limb and say that I think everyone is still going to be here on Friday.
Yeah, I do too.
I kind of really like that. I do like that.
I do because we get attached, but at the same time,
you are right.
Are there probably some gaps that we need to fill, at least temporarily?
Sure.
Kind of.
Yeah, we do.
The only thing that I think might change this is Jack's potential injury that we still don't know the nature of.
Exactly.
That's true.
Yeah.
That might push them to make a last minute trade.
Yeah.
If it turns out that he's going to have to be out for a while, I don't know how you function without him.
And I don't know how they're going to get anything done that quickly, but you never know. We don't know what magic Tom Fitzgerald is working right now.
I was just going to say, he always has stuff in his back pocket that somehow he's able to keep out of sight.
Yeah. I think important things from this game were that, Seamus Casey scored in this game where he returned to the NHL, and I love that. Seamus Casey should always be on the team, I think. I'm a fan. And Palat and Dougie got their 500th points on the same goal, which is the first time that's ever happened in NHL history.
That's so interesting.
Which is pretty cool. Yeah.
Woo. Teamwork.
And it was Nico Dawes' first shutout in his career.
Yay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yay.
Nico Dawes, man. He really must have nerves of steel. They only bring him up in times of catastrophe.
Yeah.
He never gets to just come up because, Jake Allen has a cold or something.
Right. Yeah.
It's always like he's here because
this is an emergency.
Yeah. Siegenthaler injured his ankle again. Nico is out. It's like, here, Nico Dawes, you're going to come be our goalie and everything is going wrong.
Yeah. Be our savior for us. Why don't you? Casually.
And
he did. Gosh. He did. So
props to him.
Yeah.
Well, who was our goalie in Colorado?
It must have been Alan.
I have a feeling it was probably Alan, but I'm not sure.
Okay. Oh, it was Alan because I remember this note.
I was drunk for this one. I have no idea what's going on.
It was also like the middle of the night, wasn't it?
Yeah, it started at like 9 p.m. or something.
It's too late.
I watched the highlights.
My flu-riddled body.
Yeah.
For this, and I was like, our defense is not defensing, as I was saying earlier, and it hurt to watch the highlights.
And while we're on that topic, Shannon, our offense is not offensing.
No, not in this game. They were not.
So what do we have going for us? The outfits aren't outfitting. The offense isn't offensing. The defense isn't defensing. The
Who
goaltending
scored?
Were there any fights in this game? Do we even have that?
Yeah, are we fighting?
No,
damn.
Not till the next one.
Oh yeah.
Well, who scored in this game? Did anyone? Somebody scored.
Jack.
He was the only one.
Jack is jacking.
Yep.
Jack's producing.
But that's
it.
That's not a great omen.
No, it's not. It's sure not.
I feel like we should have known a Jack injury was imminent when Jack was
the only person
back at his groove.
Yeah, the only one scoring in multiple games in a row. That's
when you know things are going to go bad.
Yeah.
Well, we can just completely forget about this game if we wish.
I think we should.
Yeah.
Rocky Mountain High, Colorado.
Yeah.
I still don't have a voice.
I noticed.
Yeah.
I don't know geography. I think does Colorado border Utah?
Yes.
Probably.
Okay.
Yes,
I think they're in the little nook of Utah.
Yes.
I think they're all in that general area.
So Colorado is on the eastern side of the Rocky Mountains. Utah is on the western side of the Rocky Mountains.
All right, so let's go west side of the Rocky Mountains.
Let's go.
And is this our first time playing the Utah Hockey Club?
No, but it was the first time being there. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
We played them at the beginning of the season and gave them their first ever loss.
Mm-hmm.
At Rock.
Yep.
At Rock.
At Rock. Yep. We're doing really good at this, guys. I said long-term injury reverse earlier.
It's great.
I didn't even notice.
Oh, really?
I was like, why do we keep saying reverse?
That's why.
I think the goal of this podcast, truthfully, is to just commiserate with any other Devils fan who's maybe feeling a little down.
Yeah.
Who
that
also,
has been historically what we do here.
Yes.
Yeah. We don't have insights for you. We're just here to hold your hand.
Yeah.
And say, we're with you. We feel you.
So
crack open a beer or a soda.
Yeah.
Or a mini bottle
Get
of
a
Jameson.
soda.
Yeah. That's what you have to do there. Yep.
Well, before today, I felt like I was living in Utah. I've been doing no caffeine, no alcohol on this trip.
Oh my God.
Especially no caffeine.
Oh my God. That's the hard part.
And it's been a good adjustment. I've been feeling great. And apparently the Devils also felt great in Utah. Because we won.
Why though?
Why? Nico Heischer.
Oh, okay. That's why. I don't know why.
Yeah. I don't know what else I would have expected. Yeah. Of course it's Nico.
There's just, he's just so reliably good. I feel like every episode I'm just like, who's really good at hockey?
Wow.
Nico Heischer.
It's Nico. That's crazy.
I really think he was determined to get this game off on the right foot and was like, I'm going to come out. I'm going to score first.
Yep. We're not adding to that tally. And this time,
no.
Going to get the boys in the right headspace.
Yeah.
Holding on to that. Like, we can't do a double loss. If we can't do a double win, we can't do a double loss.
Exactly.
Yep.
And I really thought that, there were going to be multiple moments that they could, something I've been, I'll talk about this a little bit later, but something I've been mulling about lately is the Devils finding ways to lose instead of finding ways to win.
Yeah.
We excel
and that's something that gives me anxiety when watching them. And I really expected the turning point that would cause this to be a John Marino goal.
Oh.
Because they were facing an X.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
not a pretty X. Sorry.
Damn.
I just
Shannon's
picture him as a dolphin.
You know what, John? Don't look at me
he's
here
fine.
because you'll
He's
break
fine.
it.
Yeah.
I'm just literally
Dolphin
picturing
boy.
an actual dolphin.
Damn, what did John Marino ever do to you, Shannon?
We hardly ever talked about, wow, what's that? Okay.
Shannon sending hearts to John
Sending out
Marino.
hearts to prove that she doesn't hate John Marino.
Oh, but no, John Marino did not score.
Yeah.
And
kind of surprising. We haven't had an X goal in a little bit, actually.
We had a missed opportunity with Brendan Dillon being scratched. That was the next one I was expecting. Brendan Smith. Sorry. I wanted to talk about the fight.
Brendan Dillon was not scratched. He did some fighting in this game.
Yeah.
I also think that's a part of why this was a win. We need to do more fighting, more
Let them
aggression.
Do it. Absolutely.
Yes.
I think we did a lot better when we were like, yeah, we can just hit people. So let's do it again.
And you know how I know it gets them fired up? Because after that fight, Dillon, he got sent down the tunnel, right? Because he got kicked out, I think, if I remember correctly.
I don't know.
Well, as he was skating off, Luke is my favorite Hughes brother. I've said this before. I'll say it again. Luke was standing by the tunnel, hyping him up. He was shouting. He was patting Dillon on the back. He was like, let's go. And I'm like, Luke Hughes is a hype man.
That's awesome.
You know, you just know that he just has the vibe of the younger sibling who really adores his older siblings and wants to hype them up, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
And I can tell that it works. Brendan Dillon got him all fired up.
Oh.
So fired up that he went all out on a power play and got a little injured and had to leave for a second, but he came back. It was fine.
It's fine. Yep, we're all good.
Lose both Hughes brothers.
Yeah.
No, please don't.
No, that would be very bad. Gwen is also still injured, so that would have been all three of them at the same time, which is crazy.
Put them all on a couch together.
Yeah.
They'll look like the people in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Put them in a bed together.
Just in the bed, just feet next to each other.
Yeah. Put them in footy pajamas.
Aw. Thankfully, we're not doing that. We're not.
Yeah.
You know, I think the boys were all just, inspired by this fight, Nico's goal. Nate Bastian got a breakaway shot.
I saw that in the highlight reel and was like, do it. You better. I was so mad. I was so mad.
The Devils don't score on breakaways anymore.
But honestly, still. I love that he's having a great season, honestly, you know?
Yeah.
He's been an integral player.
You know, Nate, I think if you grow out your hair, you'll be unstoppable.
That's true. Yeah, maybe he would have scored on the breakaway if his hair was longer. We don't know because we haven't tested the theory yet.
Exactly. So I think what we need to really get elite forward, Nate Bastian, grow out your hair.
Yeah.
Couldn't hurt. Nate's twin, Dawson Mercer, also had a beautiful breakaway shot. And I think Timo did too.
Timo scored in this one at least. But
he did. And that's when I went to bed. I was like, thank you, Timo.
Okay.
Gave them a little bit of insurance. I can go to bed.
Nice.
Dawson also almost scored an own goal while I was doing my skincare.
Did he really? Oh, geez.
I'm putting my skincare on and I dropped it. I was like, Dawson, no. Don't do that.
No, we don't need this happening now.
Not now.
Stop it.
Man.
I was like, Dawson Mercer, I need you to behave yourself before the trade deadline so people stop calling for your head.
Yeah, really. We can only keep you safe for so long, man.
You gotta get it together. Maybe Nate and Dawson need to switch. Nate needs to grow his hair out. Dawson needs to shave it.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
It might have that effect, actually.
Yes. Freaky Friday. I can see this.
Yeah, that's how they lock in.
Okay.
Yeah, they better do it. I'm expecting it next couple weeks.
Yeah.
Somebody relay the message, please. Yes.
You're a basketball fan.
I am.
Yes. So you've heard of March Madness, right?
Yes.
Have you heard of Timo Meier March Madness?
I have a twinkle of a recollection from last season.
Now I remember.
Last season, Timo Meier went on quite the heater in March.
That's right.
If you recall, this was around that time, I would talk every time a trade deadline comes up. People are like, "Oh, it's Timo Meier. We overpaid for him. He's not a good enough player."
No.
Blah, 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 blah. And then in March, something happens. Everyone's getting injured. Everyone's having a rough time, and everyone's, in the depths of their seasonal depression. And Timo Meier, March 1st, wakes up and is like, it's my time.
Mm-hmm.
It's my
he's
time.
He's got his quota at the end of the month that he's got to like fill all of the goals that he hasn't done yet.
He has his own bracket that he probably puts on like his bathroom mirror, wakes up every morning and is like, all right, Timo, looks at his reflection. You can do this.
Uh-huh.
I bet he says, himself up. Timo, it's our time to shine.
Yeah.
Spring is coming. Sun's coming out. Shine time.
What do you think he says to Tio to make this work, though?
Stay in the shadows where you belong.
He's like in his apartment throwing holy water.
He's put like a salt circle like inside of his door so he can't get out.
Chanting in Latin.
Yeah.
I feel like Timo Meier knows Latin. He has the energy of someone who would.
Absolutely, yeah.
He's like, keep the evil one inside. It's Meier Madness Month.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, he started his March Madness on March 1st with a goal. Let's set it off. For the rest of the month, Timo Meier, this is your month.
On fire.
Lock it in.
All right. Well, did he score in the next game?
Okay, Shannon.
I'm
just asking.
Listen, you can't win them all. It's statistically not going to happen. He can score tonight.
Yeah, I don't know. Dallas has already taken the first goal while we're recording this. So
I haven't been looking.
Neither have I. Sorry for the spoiler.
Oh, that's so funny. Yep, cool.
Yikes.
Gotta go update that document now.
This game, I watched the highlights the closest. I'm mad because I feel
watched the whole thing, and some games you could just delete from your brain. You just don't need them there.
Yeah, no.
I was going to say, didn't they not score until the third period? I could have deleted the first two periods.
It was quite a boring game for the first two periods.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's not that the Devils weren't doing anything. I think they kept it evenly matched for a while. Mm-hmm. I was putting rhinestones on my figure skating dress during this game, and I would just glance up whenever I felt like, whenever Bill or Dano had a little bit of excitement in their voice, I was like, oh, time to pay attention.
Yeah.
I really thought this was going to be like the Paul Cotter revenge game.
Yeah.
Not that he has any revenge for Vegas. He won a Stanley Cup with them.
No, fair. Yeah, and they did like a little tribute to him, didn't they?
Yeah, everyone cheered.
Yeah.
Oh.
But still, that's like the exact moment. You come in, you get your celebratory X goal, and you move on. You know?
Markstrom was back.
He was.
He did great.
And that's the only good thing that happened this day. I don't care to remember the rest of it. He's back.
Some good things. Well, here we go. Let's talk about Jack Hughes.
Yeah, that's it. That's all we.
That's what happened in this game.
I have often been lukewarm on Jack. I love his energy. I think they should let the diva out more.
Yes. Let him be a little bitch. We've said it before.
This season have come around much more to being like a Jack Hughes fan.
Yeah.
And in this game in particular, something I really liked, Jack is just so like fast.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that, it's not surprising to me that he was the only one that scored when they played Dallas last. He was really able to sneak through Vegas's like neutral zone.
Yeah.
And that created some good chances. And he would get like, he would just kind of like have these breakaway moments, and then he would get into the offensive zone, and Vegas would be so quick to swarm on him. And there were a couple of moments when he gets in there, and you can see that he like could tell he doesn't have like a slot to take a shot, and he looks around, and his linemen just like cannot keep up with him.
Yeah,
and it's just one of those things. He's like so fast to get. I think that's why he and Jesper Bratt work well together.
Yes,
Bratt's like pays attention and can like follow.
Great skater.
Him so quickly, and he's a great skater. I think that's part of the reason why, as much as I love Timo, maybe like Timo and Jack it's mixed when they play together. And I think that's just because Timo is just like tall.
Totally different
just
style.
Doesn't play that way.
Doesn't have. Yeah. It's just different.
To quote Dano, he's a bull. You can't stop him once he starts.
He's a big boy. What else have they said about him?
But I feel like there were so many moments in this game when, in the first two periods when there was just really no scoring, but, Jack would get through and have this opportunity, but just have no one to pass to.
Yeah.
No one who matches him. And I like do appreciate, I've never, I don't know. I've always kind of like poo-pooed the people being like, oh, we need to trade for a new top 6 forward to, you know, pair with Jack. And I'm like, oh, we have so many good like forwards for the top 6. Now I do kind of get what people are saying. Because if there had been someone like right there with him, there are a couple of opportunities. I think that would have gone in.
Yeah. That's why it's like a little surprising. Like nobody's doing anything really trade wise right now. Not just us, but like.
Well, it finally opened up the scoring in the third. Jack took a penalty.
Yeah.
It wasn't
happened a lot. Yeah. It's happened a lot lately, actually.
Yeah.
Which is surprising.
So weird.
He's really just, I think, going all out. I can't remember. He tripped someone up or something. It was an accident.
Okay. Yeah.
But I remember saying, I actually wrote down, like, this better not change the momentum. And Vegas.
So this isn't going to be good.
Yeah.
And it wasn't. Yeah. They did immediately score.
Immediately. That's so heartbreaking. You know, because if you have a good PK and you like hold it up and then you just get tired and they score at the end, you're like, okay, that sucks, but like we tried. Right. When they score, like, I don't know,
on the first face off.
I
think it was.
It was one of the first. I don't you could just see the morale deflate. You can feel it all the way from New Jersey. I could feel the morale leave them.
Yep.
What happened after that?
Vegas scored again. And I just didn't care anymore.
Vegas scored again because this is what I talk about. This is what I mean, where like a change in momentum, it falls apart. What happens? Too many men on the ice. Come on, you can't be taking penalties happen, but you can't be taking too many men on the ice penalties.
No. Yeah.
Sometimes you're going to accidentally. Yeah. Sometimes you're going to trip someone. Sometimes you're going to hook. Sometimes you're going to whatever. High stick. It happens.
Yeah.
Too many men on the ice.
Come on.
That's not a penalty that we can be taken.
It is the dumbest penalty.
Oh, so dumb. Oh, I hate it.
Yep.
And so Vegas ends up back on the power play. Fucking Hannafin, I think it was, scores. I think he set up their first power play goal too, if I remember correctly.
I think you're right. Yeah.
And I was like, fucking Noah Hannafin, always. This is when I was starting to feel a little bit blue. And I was feeling like the magic is missing, you know?
Yes.
Which isn't to say that the Devils are bad. They have good nights. They have off nights. But like it feels like a little bit of magic is gone. This is why I'm feeling a little down, a little blue. Because,
I agree.
You know, in previous years, even at earlier times in this season, even when the Devils were down, I would still be on the edge of my seat waiting how they would try to pull off a victory.
Yeah.
And they used to have that vibe of like just a weird team that would find weird ways to win. And now it's like the opposite. You find weird ways to lose.
Yeah. Like it's not good when I'm expecting them to lose going in more often than I'm not. Like that, what happened there?
And I'm like, this feels so frustrating because now, here we are. We got another freaking penalty. How are you supposed to tie up a game when you're shorthanded? And then for a moment, the magic came back. It's the end of the game. I think they pulled the goalie. I don't remember. Nico and Jack start trying some magic shit. They start trying and they're trying a little too hard and Jack gets hurt.
Yeah.
I rewatched it 3 times.
Yeah.
That shit, that hurt. That was too fast.
Like,
that hurt.
This is not the magic I wanted.
No.
I mean, Jack is like to the side of the net and Jack Eichel skates in him, right straight into him. And it's obvious it was not intentional.
Right. It was definitely an accident. But
they're both hustling. You can see like Jack is focused on potentially like trying to get a shot or set up a shot and they just collide and and
it's just too close to the board.
Right
and it just
into the boards.
Crunches his shoulder in there.
It was a crunch.
Yeah. Yeah. It looked kind of like it was hanging when he got up.
You could tell he was hurting because he didn't get up right away. And then when he did, he was doubled over. And you're like, did he get the wind knocked out of him? Is he in pain? Did
he re-injure? What happened?
I don't know, but he looked like he was hurting.
Yeah.
I don't like that. You could tell too that it was unpleasant because Jack Eichel immediately went over and was trying to help him up and check on him. And it wasn't intentional, but you could tell that
No, he felt bad that it happened.
Yeah. And from Eichel's reaction, you could tell that he was like, holy shit, Jack is hurting.
Like, this is not a little thing.
Yeah. Oh, and I hate seeing that. I hate seeing people get hurt.
Yep. Keefe also hated it. He was so pissed that there was no penalty called on this. screaming at the refs, and they gave him a 2-minute minor for what I forget. And they kicked him out of the game.
They kicked him out.
I do understand that it was an accident, but Eichel's skate did like I would have called it interference or tripping.
Sure.
Like one or the
just
other.
because it's an accident doesn't mean that there's no penalty. But
because Eichel was behind him, so it was Eichel's responsibility
to stop. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And was it Jack's penalty that he took earlier or someone else? The Devils had a similar penalty earlier, right? You could make, it's the same kind of argument.
Yes, actually, I think you're right.
So I think it was Dano pointed that out. He's like, it's not intentional, but like, if you're going to call the Devils for a similar penalty,
yes,
you should probably give Vegas a penalty for that.
Yep. You call one, you call the other.
So
it's not the first time that happened in these weeks that,
and it's kind of surprising too that they didn't give the Devils a pity penalty, because the same thing happened to Nico earlier in the game where he got hit by the Viking looking guy whose name I can never remember.
I don't know.
Smith? Is it Smith?
I don't know. Couldn't pay me to care about a Vegas player. I don't know.
But it was a similar type hit. Like Nico was kind of like to the side of the net. He just didn't slow down and he got like hit right into the boards, and you could tell he was pissed off about it because it's like, I don't want to like my head to hit the boards.
Right. Yeah.
So, that was one of those moments where I was like, I feel like the refs later are going to give the Devils like a little bit of like a makeup penalty for that. But
no,
I don't know.
Guess not.
Odd. High strangeness is afoot in the reffing against the Devils. I'm sure everybody claims that, but I'm double claiming that.
New Jersey versus everyone.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They hate to see a bitch from New Jersey winning.
Should we talk about some
fights?
Fisticuffs?
Yeah.
Should we predict how tonight's game is going to go?
Well, it's already going bad.
So I'm going to assume.
We're just going to say that they lost definitively. Who did we say was going to score in this game? Timo. It's March. It's Meier Madness month. So Timo's going to score, but they're going to lose. Yeah.
Exactly.
All right.
Well, let's move on into our Skirkuffle Award, because this is where we give Academy Awards to the most cinematic fights of the week. And there was a fight this week, but I wouldn't call it cinematic. This was Brendan Dillon versus Liam O'Brien. This was at the end of the first period against Utah. And thank you, Dano, for the perfect description. This was two big boys fighting each other.
God.
And we're pretty sure it wasn't like very clear in the broadcast, but I think O'Brien challenged Brendan Dillon. And it was just, this was a fight for Utah. I think this was them to try to gain some like momentum because they were down at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But I liked how Brendan Dillon answered the bell. He didn't back down. O'Brien missed his right punches first. So that was very satisfying. And Brendan Dillon got the first hit in. But of course, this is kind of like a very traditional fight with just a couple rights and jabs, and it ends once they fall into the ice. But it wasn't like nothing that came from like deep emotion or there was this bad hit or this injury. So I'm not going to call this one cinematic, but it was refreshing to see us do a fight and to see that momentum. And let's amp it back up. Let's get back to the Oscars. That's what I want to see. So
they got to give us one. They got to give us one more.
Oh yeah.
I think every game Jack should be allowed to pick one player that like Brendan Dillon gets to just smack.
I like that. Yeah.
I like that.
He just gives him like a hitman. He just gives a name.
Yeah.
To Dillon, or I don't know, whoever is in a feisty mood that night.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, this is the one you get to punch.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's like that point in the season. I have no doubt everyone's super tired. But they
just came back from vacation. I don't care.
Okay.
I don't want to hear that. Oh, you're so tired. Shut up. You were on the beach.
Yeah.
Except for Jack. Yeah. You know who gets to complain? Jack can say
Jack
that.
Jack is the only one.
That's why he gets to pick the guys.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Allie, what are the whispers on the Twitter wins this week?
Oh, buddy. All of the really interesting, crazy online gossip happened over the Four Nations. And like...
I'm surprised.
We're not getting into that because it got political.
Oh yeah.
Because USA versus Canada, you know.
Yep.
Which is like horrifying to me that we're living in the timeline where USA versus Canada is now like has the same vibe as USA versus 80s did in the USA versus 80s. Oh my God. USA versus Russia in the 80s did.
Yeah.
Don't love this.
I don't love it.
Canada, we love you.
Yeah.
Please. Don't. Quick, sing the anthem, Sarah. Let them know we're still friends.
Oh man.
Boy.
Like we've made Canada jokes on this podcast before, and I have like put an immediate cease and desist on all my Canada jokes because it's not funny now.
No, it's not.
And
genuinely lovely place.
yes.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, wonderful place, wonderful people. We love you.
I love you, Canada.
Yeah, please keep us. Write our names down.
Remember us. Yeah,
Bear us.
You're at Hot Girls Hockey.
We're fans.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So as you can imagine, like none of that like internet drama was fun.
No, it's not.
That stuff just gets
unpleasant.
Yeah.
There were a lot of tweets and like being taken out of context, being taken too far. It got too aggressive. That's not the kind of fun, silly internet drama that I like.
That's not the vibe.
Trying to think of like other funny internet things. I found someone's dating profile, but I don't want to. That's not fun to. I mean,
it's fun.
It's funny,
but I
can't say anything more than that.
Exactly.
I don't dox people online.
Nope. Exactly.
What else do I got? On Valentine's Day, Nico Heischer posted a picture of his girlfriend.
That's right.
Which I think
she posted the picture. She posted the picture of them.
I don't follow them on Instagram. I don't think.
And she didn't tag him, and I think she has like a private account or something. So people had to have been like stalking. I don't know. I don't know.
Fascinating.
I bring this up only because that is weird. I didn't know how people figured this out.
Yeah, but that's what I heard at least.
Stop posting screenshots of people's private accounts. That's right. Just like
it's just a person.
She is not
a public figure.
Yeah. The only reason I bring this up though is because I said a couple of months ago on this podcast that one of my personal pet peeves are Tumblr gossip blogs who just kind of like, in my opinion, make stuff up about players because they don't vet like the comments that get sent into them. Mm-hmm. And for so long, so many gossip blogs were saying things about Nico's dating life. And I'm like, this is why you guys do not believe these things. Stop posting, stop screenshotting this stuff. Besides the fact that it's invasive, they're also just like making things up.
Yeah, completely.
Most people have like significant others that you don't know about, and like just let them live their lives.
Yeah.
Don't be weird.
They don't owe it to you. They don't have to tell you that. They can keep that private if they want.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Something fun, not fun.
Not fun.
I don't tweet about Matt Rempe anymore because last time I did
happened.
I got scared when the Rangers fans found my Twitter account. But we can talk about it here because they don't listen to this show. And if they do, they don't get this far.
That's fair.
Matt Rempe did what Matt Rempe's going to do and ran someone over like a bulldozer.
Yep.
And this clip of him went around, and I had a realization. I'm not the only one who had this realization. A lot of people pointed this out. Matt Rempe is in the, to quote Dano, is a big boy.
Yeah.
He's like almost 7 feet tall.
He's very tall. Yeah.
He's quite a tall man. So, it's tall. Hard. It's, when you're a giant, I get that.
Your center of gravity is probably all out of whack.
But he did what he always does where he like bowls someone over where his elbow was too high. Stop doing headshots.
What's that about?
But I had a realization that a lot of people had that besides the fact that like Matt Rempe seems to enjoy bulldozing other players, he also just seems like he's not a very good skater.
Well, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because it kind of looked like he just was skating fast and lost control and didn't know how to stop and just stopped by ramming someone else into the boards.
Maybe he really doesn't know how to stop. And that's the only way he knows how to stop.
I have great news for you, Matt. We have this wonderful thing at the rink that I skate at. It's a junior Rangers rink even, and it's called Learn to Skate. We can sign you up. There are many lovely coaches there who can teach you how to solve this problem.
Now I'm remembering like in the off season when they were having him like learn how to fight instead of actually learn how to play the game. They should have maybe taught him how to skate instead.
They should. Yeah. Yeah. I know. You know, I'll give him to the figure skating coach who was training a lot of the figure skating coaches train the hockey players. I don't really know any of the hockey coaches at my rink. They're not there at the same time. But today, I'll give him to the coach today who, when I came out of there was this little kid who was in like his full hockey gear and he was practicing his skating. When I came out of a jump and I just hear, I don't remember what his name was. I just hear this coach going, Colin, no, pay attention. And I turn around out of my jump and my hand is just like on, like I run right into this little hockey boy who's like looking up at me with big eyes in his like full on gear. And he's like, sorry. And his coach is like, this is why you have to pay attention. And I was like, it's okay. We're fine. But yeah, anyway,
Colin,
I'll give you to that guy.
Yeah.
Because yeah, he will put you on the ice with these guys jumping much more intense jumps than I can jump. And and that's how they teach these hockey kids to skate at my rink. They put you out there with people doing doubles and triples. And they're like, you got to stop or a figure skater's landing on you. Oh. Anyway, that's all I've got for you this week.
All right. Well, we're not going to worry about it because this is the segment where we don't worry about it because sometimes I'm saying random shit and the announcers do it too. I caught a couple of these from the highlight reels that I watched.
Really?
Yes. And I just had to write them down. First, we got a double tip and I'm just going to move on.
Yep.
Next, we got he has been snake bit for the Devils lately. I have no idea what this means.
Snake bit.
And that's why I put it here. I had to put the closed caption on to confirm this.
That's what he said?
He has been snake bit.
I think this was during the Utah game. So if anybody knows, leave a comment. Next, we got Jack has been dancing again. That was confirmed until he injured his shoulder.
Fair. No more dancing.
No more dancing, Jack.
Watch this, Slippery Pete. What?
I don't know.
What?
He said Slippery Pete, not Slippery. Is there a player named Pete who was being slippery?
Not sure.
We move on.
I literally in my notes wrote, who the fuck are we talking about? I don't know.
You know, give him the old Slippery Pete.
Slippery Pete. Sure.
Okay.
Not going to worry about it.
Next, we got Timo Meier's trying to drive. Timo.
Get your license.
First off, yes, get your license and I'll be driving anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Shannon is the driver.
Shannon is Timo's chauffeur. You roll up in your BMW that has an alien growing on the side mirror.
Yeah,
it's getting larger. It's concerning.
It's frightening.
I need to replace it.
It looks like something out of Annihilation.
Right in his kitchen. I always love these.
I love when they call the kitchen because I also hate when someone else is in my kitchen.
Yeah.
Like, get out of there.
Feeds Palat in the slot. Always rhymes. Always fantastic.
Love when Dr. Seuss is announcing these games.
And lastly, we have he was going for the dang elicious all the way. He was trying to combine the words dangle and delicious. And I'm just going to leave it at that. He was going for the dang elicious all the way.
That sounds so gross.
Yeah.
Was this Dano or was it Bill?
This was...
Or was it like ESPN?
No, it wasn't our broadcast. It was somebody else.
It was like TNT or something.
Yeah, I think it was Vegas.
God bless Dano and Bill.
Yeah. Yep. Give us some gems sometimes.
I have to tell you, Shannon, I have a new roster or a player for your roster, the SHL.
Whoa.
Oh.
I tweeted instead of Brandon Smith today.
Aw.
If it makes you feel better, I typed it as Brandon and then corrected it to Brendan.
Nice.
My autocorrect always makes it Brandon. Katie also wanted to self-nominate herself for the Don't Worry About It. Because during the Dallas game, she was getting really stressed like the rest of us and wanted to like shout curse words at the Devils. But there were a bunch of little kids sitting in front of us. Aww. So she kept going, I believe in you. At the Devils.
Oh, man.
Very wholesome.
Yeah, very.
Well, let's move into our It Boy of the week.
Okay.
And none of them.
Wow. A couple actually did come to mind, but I don't know who to pick.
A couple, but she doesn't know who.
Yeah, I didn't watch any of these games.
But she can't recognize them.
They're nebulous figures in the mist.
It's fine.
I am going to nominate Jacob Markstrom because he's back and I like him.
Yeah, fair enough. That's a good enough reason.
That was on my list.
All right.
Jack was also on my list.
Yeah. Jack's a good nomination. Yeah. I'm going to nominate Sheldon Keefe for getting his own penalty.
I like that too. That's good.
For standing up for the team.
Yeah.
Tell those refs what's what.
That's right.
Yeah.
I think once a season, Jack should also be allowed to pick a ref to punch.
Yeah. I'm in favor of these new rules.
I like this Sheldon Keefe nomination. I agree with you, Allie. I had many in my list. But
did we make Sheldon Keefe It Boy of the Week?
We did.
I think we did.
That's something Lindy Ruff never got.
No.
That is certainly true.
Nope.
And you remember how earlier you called Jesper Bratt a Q-tip?
I'm sorry. No. I'm sorry, Bratt.
So if Sheldon Keefe was another toiletry item, because I guess that's the category today, he's going to be toothpaste.
Oh, yeah.
I like that.
Sure.
Is he like the sensitive tooth kind? No, I feel like he's a whitening toothpaste.
I was going to say, I feel like he's more of a whitening. So
a little abrasive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you still pick it anyway.
Right. Yeah. Because you want a pearly white smile.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right.
Did you guys see that clip from that? Was it Ohio? I don't know. It was one of the colleges. It was a college hockey game where the goal was disallowed and the ref comes out and was like, upon review, the puck did not cross the goal line. And the crowd starts to boo. And he goes, but wait, it gets worse. Ohio or whatever team it was has a penalty.
Oh,
a 2-minute minor for blah, blah, blah. Too many men on the ice or some shit.
I didn't.
And I just love the vibe of a ref being like, but wait, it gets worse.
I love that.
I think they should all announce like that. I think if they just brought that kind of energy, it would be more enjoyable
to it.
Yeah.
I love when the refs get to be silly.
Yeah.
I feel like Jack Hughes is a face wash.
A cleanser.
Yeah. I don't know why.
Yeah. Dougie Hamilton is mouthwash, like Listerine.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Absolutely. Who is like floss?
See, I was going to say Timo Meier. Jesper Bratt is regular dental floss.
Okay.
Timo Meier's those like little floss picks that people keep.
Kind?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That also injure you.
Yeah. They like make your
super
gums
pointy
bleed.
eye.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yep. Yeah. Nate Bastian is the other end of the Q-tip.
Yeah, come full circle, guys.
Yes,
we're so good at this.
That's what makes this Hot Girls Hockey. Tune in next week for more sugar,
ice,
and everything ice.
Shannon, can you read the outro? My voice is sore.
If you like our show, please leave us a rating, subscribe wherever you get your podcasts, and tweet at us at hotgirlshockey_.
Heck yeah.
Woo.